Well, President Obama channeling Ronald Reagan while discussing the Iran nuclear deal. But with many saying the president is caving to Iran, could he have learned something else from President Reagan? He paraphrased the trust but verify line that Reagan so famously delivered. Joining me now, former Deputy Assistant to Vice President Dick Cheney, and now a distinguished fellow at the Hamilton Foundation, Stephen Yates. Mr. Yates, we're glad to see you this morning.
Morning, Tucker. Great to see you.
So the president must have known that he was using a line from Ronald Reagan. It's a very famous line. Do you think his negotiation with Iran shows evidence he has studied Reagan's negotiating techniques?
Well, for sure he's channeling some words, but there are several things that President Reagan would do to establish the moral high ground in negotiations. I mean, one is the ability to walk away, that you're safe even if you need to break from the table. Supporting friends and making sure that you've taken the moral high ground. Several of the steps that President Reagan would take to make sure that we're in a favorable position in engaging the Soviets at the time.
Yes. President Reagan, one of the hallmarks of his foreign policy, was very clear about who the enemy was and what their nature was. He said it out loud, most famously in his Evil Empire speech. Here's a cut from that.
I urge you to beware the temptation of pride, the temptation of blithely declaring yourselves above it all and label both sides equally at fault, to ignore the facts of history and the aggressive impulses of an evil empire.
Wouldn't it be nice if the president were as clear about our enemies?
That's right. And also the positive elements of what we're about. He was making clear that we stood on the right side of history. We were on the rise. And the other side was on the fall, and we welcome them to come to the table, but we aim to win. Yes.
Now, President Reagan did, of course, negotiate with our sworn enemies, a country we were, in effect, at war with, the Soviet Union. President Obama has taken that fact and used it to justify his negotiation with Iran. Watch.
Presidents like Nixon and Reagan struck historic arms control agreements with the Soviet Union. Those agreements were not perfect. They did not end all threats, but they made our world safer. A good deal with Iran will do the same.
So why is that crazy?
Well, the problem is it sort of puts forward this arms control theology that agreements are what makes the world safe.
Right.
But what made the world safe during the Reagan years was a rising America that stood by its friends, that had a strong economy, and was willing to go wherever in the world to check this evil. And it was that negotiating environment where we had a strong set of allies, strong set of morals, and a strong economy that made us rise and the economy of the Soviet Union crumble.
Right. Right. But what about the president's point that, look, you've got a pretty clear choice here. It's between negotiating or going to a war with Iran, which we can't prosecute. Is that really the choice?
Yeah, one of the many straw men that in this arsenal the administration puts out there. Obviously, there are other choices. You can negotiate better. There's no way you can believe that there's only one deal that can deliver peace. It's really having a strong position, going in with clear principled approach, prepared to walk away if necessary, and then you've got a shot at maybe an enduring peace.
Stephen Yates joining us this morning from Idaho Falls, Idaho. It's early there. I appreciate your coming on and for your clarity. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, a hot-headed soccer player punches the referee.